Welcome back to the Pit Stop Ranch. On this video, we head down to the Aces Hot Rod Resurrection down in Huntington Beach, California. And here are some of the amazing cars that came out for the show. Aces Car Club, of course, being a long fixture in the Southern California region, and with membership all over the country and possibly even the world. Lots of beautiful cars, and we had a good time walking around, hanging out with our peoples, and checking out what was there. Predominantly hot rods of different sorts. I've seen this one here a few places. It's got a Buick Straight 8. For some reason, it's got updraft carburetors, but which I don't believe the Buick Straight 8 had. Maybe some of you can possibly correct me. But this is a really cool rig that participated in the great race. I don't know. I dig it. It's a speedster and everything else. It's something that I like quite a bit. Obviously, many cars, including we saw that gorgeous Model A right out of the box. Still has the A banger in it, heavily modified or upgraded. And yeah, enjoy. Here we have a 3031 Model A with a 32 grille. Beautifully done, 5-window coupe. Small block Chevy with a forest of Strombergs. We got 6 Strombergs on top. Looks great. I like it. Good to know that. Well done, well executed. The generator probably got an alternator hiding in there. We did see a handful of early 60s, 50s and 60s cars. Here's a 57 Ranchero. And here's another 31 Model A, busy repositioning itself for a more photogenic shot. Here it is from the other angle, or actually same angle, but from me moving to a different spot after it parked. It as well, a small block Chevy, but it's got triple deuces on it. Very nice. I really like this color. Unfortunately, gentleman wasn't sure what it was called, but I think the color looks really good, and the pinstriping is just right spot on. Now I really like the 3334, and this 34 5 window really ticks a lot of boxes. I think it looks really sharp in the silver like that. It has I really like the aluminum bead rolled roof insert. I dig it. I think this is a very sharp car. Just enough of an aircraft touch, like a 30s, 40s aircraft touch to it. Very sharp car. Here's I believe this is a 32 Roadster. Again, small block Chevy, triple 2 barrels. It's really hard to argue with, of course, the small block for motive power, especially if you're going to be driving it frequently. The classic setup of a small block Chevy with a turbo 350 automatic, a nice tight little package, and a Ford 9-inch is a good combination. Here we got a Model A pickup with a 32 grill and a flathead 8BA. Oh, excuse me, it's not an 8BA. It has an 8BA distributor on it, but it's not an 8BA. Now, I've seen this a few places. I think it was at Trog. I, of course, have a big old soft spot in my heart for first-gen Hemis. And here we have one out of an Imperial, which means it's either 345 or the 392. It could be a 330. I mean, it could be an early one, but I think with the Imperials came a little later. So, anyways, good-looking car. Here's a pretty little A, full fender, gentleman's hot rod with a banger and a couple Strombergs on it. I bet that sounds pretty good. Putter, 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 putter. And here's a LaSalle Roadster. Beautifully done. I love that interior. Of course, LaSalle was a sub-brand of Cadillac. Some call them the baby Cadillac, so it's awful big baby. Beautiful car. Beautifully well done. Very pretty. A 32 5-window coupe done up in plum crazy, small block Chevy, good combination. Very awesome car. Busy moving into position. One thing about the venue, it's probably dates to the 60s or 70s, maybe at the latest. Model A, 32 grill, small block Chevy. Anyways, it was quaint, I guess would be a good way to describe it. And it was a bit tight. Glad that they were able to give us the space to put on the event. It was very nice of them. Here's a 2829 Model A, small block Chevy. I kind of like this one because it seems a little more of a driver. The combination, the way it's set up, it looks like it gets real miles put on it. Could be a show queen, but I get the feeling that this probably gets driven on a fairly regular basis, and I think that is wonderful. Of course, an F100. Hard to argue with the good old F100. 53. See, here we got a full fendered Model A 2829 street rod. behind the red street rod. Yeah, it looks like, what is it? I didn't look, unfortunately, but I believe it's a 39 Ford. Pretty sharp. Once again, here's an example of someone who clearly, well, one, big brownie points, nailhead. Gotta love the nailhead. Big Buick fan, of course. Longtime viewers probably know that. And the bare metal, obviously it's got a finish on it to keep it from rusting, flash rusting, but the bare metal, you got to be a hell of a metal worker. Now you can see the bottom quarters and door were replaced, but very well done. Very good metal finish. Now this is a speedster another speedster, also powered by the Buick Straight 8 with some downdraft carburetors. We've seen this quite a bit, and the first time I saw it, I was completely mind blown, and every time I see it, it brings a smile to my face. Now, the gentleman who made it, I believe, and I'm not going to attempt to say his name, I believe he's Polish, but please forgive me if I get that wrong. He is obviously a master craftsman and did an amazing job putting this together. Furthermore, he believes in driving it. He actually drove it to the show. He was going to drive it home, and he drives it to all the events he takes it to, except for maybe anyways, he drives it to all the events. Another 32. Is this a 5-window? I believe this is a 3-window. Very sharp, full-fendered street rod. We have an F1 behind it. Here's I believe this is a 32 Roadster full fendered. With the fill plate there, it's hard to tell for me. I stand corrected. It's a 3031 Model A because the very tail end. Gorgeous looking Ford first gen F100. No, this is before the that was before the F1. No, this is a 32 Roadster. I like that. I like the hood. That hood is all original. You can tell the body. I'm not sure where the body came from. It could be a reproduction body. No, looking at it, it might not be. This is a sweet custom. Very well done. Lots of nice details on it. Very good chop. Be able to chop that and get those lines nice and smooth and curved, because there's no straight line on this car, which is amazing. And then this pinstriping, the way it they've speckled it out and brought it back in right with that intake, that's pretty sweet. Now this guy here, he used a 28. Oh, excuse me. Oh, shoot, it's got the. I'm not sure what that body is, to be honest with you. With the vent cowl, I think that's a T. Okay, that's a T. Anyways, the chassis is actually a sprint car chassis that he put the Model T, built it up as a street rod, or not a street rod, excuse me, a hot rod. And you'll notice that the rear axle is pushed forward relative to the opening, and it uses rear torsion bar suspension, which I guess was a hot thing they would do. Ford 9-inch in the back, good combination. And so I don't know, I dug it. I thought it was pretty cool, of course. Now, Lunch Money is it's based on a Dodge. Now, in the very tail end of the last segment, you saw a gentleman in a wheelchair. This is his. And when I say this is his, he made this. He built it. It's got the hand controls in there so he can drive it. It's an insanely built twin turbo LS motor, stupid powerful, really high-end chassis suspension parts on it. That's a intercooler up front for the turbos, and then the radiator is actually mounted in the bed like a score truck. Now, this is a sweet roadster that was at 34 Roadster, I believe, 33, 34 Roadster. That was been at a few shows. Beautiful car. Here are a couple really nice customs. Obviously, this one here in primer is still under construction. They're still working on it. I don't know if that's primer. It's just gray. Because he's got all the everything on it, but he obviously just did the 3940 Ford. Well done. Good chop on it. Excellent workmanship. And then this one here with this suede maroon. I like this car. I like it quite a bit. And here in a second, we'll take a look at the interior. And incredibly good workmanship on that interior. Just look at that. That's pretty amazing. They did a really good job. Here's a Thunderbird. Don't ask me year, late 60s of some sort. Pretty cool. Thunderbirds are odd because certain years are gorgeous and other years are, oh my God, what are they thinking? Of course, Pontiac. I got a soft spot for Pontiacs. Here's a pretty sweet Woody with the surfboard rack on top. Very sharp. It'd be interesting what motive power it has, but who knows? Behind it, we have a rat rod. Now, this was at another Orange County event, and this is kind of a rat rod, I think, though not exactly my taste, is a rat rod done right. Whereas it doesn't have like a bunch of spikes and metal, spider webs on it. It's definitely put together to be enjoyed and driven, and from available parts and done cost effectively. Here is a 32 3-window. I think I've seen that one before. It's pretty nice. Very much a late 90s build, I think. Very much the style of the 90s, all shaved and clean and sharp. It's not it almost monotone other than the ghost striping on the side. So that kind of tells us pretty much when it was built, and then it's been just meticulously maintained and taken care of. 1939 Road King Plymouth. I think it's an LS engine with Plymouth covers over the coils. Nice interior, beautifully done. I do like the faux wood treatment on the doors and the dashboard. I'm not sure if that's a wrap or if it was painted, but well executed, looks good. Here's the trunk with the products. Okay, here is another first-gen Hemi. This is a Firepower, again, of the Chrysler variety, which tells us it's could be a 330, but probably a 354 or 392. Now, the 392s, they built a lot more of them, but they were so popular for the drag racing, they're harder to get a hold of. The 354 was 1 year only, and kind of a stepchild, but has a lot of parts interchangeability with the 330 and the 392, so they're not hard. We actually happen to have a couple 354s. One's a solid runner, and the other one is a good core. T-bucket, very much a classic 23 T-bucket setup, dragster. You can tell it's a dragster because there's a very small radiator there. 37 Chevy two-door sedan. Kind of interesting, the inverted flames for the top. You got the red on the bottom and the black on top with the kind of a black flame sort of feel along the sides. Kind of an interesting paint choice. Again, probably in a 90s build, especially looking at the rims. Those look like almost like I want to say yeah, never mind. Here's a shoebox Ford. I do like these. I wouldn't mind playing with a two-door shoebox at some point with a flathead in it. Model 8 Roadster with a 32 grill and a small block Chevy. It looks very nice in that deep lacquer black. Triple twos on it. Good combo. Some idea of how tight it is. This gentleman's trying to back his 56 Chevy into position. Nice two-door hardtop station wagon. We got our two-door station wagon. Now we got some pretty awesome customs with the incredible paint job. Just look at that. Look how deep that is with the lace on top. Beautifully done. Mercury. Just a classic car. And here, I am not sure what it is. I do like it. Must be on bags for it to be sitting that low. Actually, I have no idea what that is. I almost want to say it's a Chevy. But the tail end, I can't tell. I'm not. Comment down below. Let me know what you think it is. Here's an F100 that I think we've seen before, possibly at the Fabulous Ford F show a little while ago. Another 33, 34 Ford. I believe this is a 34. Triple twos on a small block Chevy. Very popular combination here at the show. Here we got a T-bucket with 6 single barrels on the small block. Strombergs? I believe so, or Hollies. 32 grill. 32 grill just sort of fits all of the Fords from 32 back so nicely. I know it's our choice for a lot of the builds that we have planned, so I always observe when I see one like this 3031 Model A. You see It works so well with the lines, and you can put a you can make or modify a hood and hood sides to fit, because of course the 2829s have a 28 inch, the 3031s have a 31 inch hood, and the 32 has a 32 hood length hood. So that's another way to tell. I'm surprised how few flatheads we have seen. Here we got a 59A, I believe. Yeah, 59A type flathead. Triple Strombergs on it. Offset generator mount. Well executed, looking good. This one here is obviously well loved and well used. I dig it. Believe is that I think this is a 33 Tudor, maybe. We'll take a look in a second as soon as some people get out of the way. And that's was one of the challenges at the show, was not stepping in front of people, enjoying it, and still getting something of a shot. So a little bit tighter on some of these cars than I would appreciate. Oh, excuse me, it's a pickup. So probably a 35 pickup. Here we have another 56 Chevy. Kind of nice on different angles. It goes from burgundy to black. It's a post car. 2829A with the tombstone grill. 5 window, non-chopped but channeled. We got a 57 Chevy 2-door hardtop. Bel Air, I bet. Well, I mean, it has the Bel Air trim that says it's a Bel Air, so why would I second guess that? Another 3031A with the tombstone grill, full fenders, gentleman's hot rod, or street rod, or whatever you want to call it. We got a 3031A with the small block 222s. Now here's a 34 Tudor. So I believe unchopped but possibly channeled, which I believe is called the East Coast build, because that was popular on the East Coast. When in California we typically chopped them and then channeled them. Let's see, here's a oh, this is an A Roadster. Smurf blue. Looks good. Very nice gentleman. Talk here a little bit with them. Of course, we had the obligatory, music and other snippets of other people's conversations. That's the reason why I've muted the actual original audio, so that you don't hear, portions of people's private conversations or copywritten music. Of course, out in the parking lot, we had this lineup of excellent cars, starting with a pair of 32 Roadsters. I'm guessing this is a Brookville body, but I don't know. Someone can feel free to correct me, but Well executed. I like the metal structure inside of it. Replaces the wood stiffeners that came with original cars back in the day. Again, the bare metal. It's a shows it's very bold. 34 5-window coupe. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a great time at the show. The Aces are a top-notch crew. They've been doing this show for quite a while, and I dig it. It's an interesting venue. It's a different venue from most others. A little tight, a little constrained for the handful of us that were filming, but from an actual ambiance perspective, it's a good choice. It works. A lot of the little shops were open. You can get nice coffee or whatever you wanted, and of course a lot of people came by and that wouldn't normally be there and were checking out the car, so that's an excellent thing. If you like this video as much as I enjoyed making it, please hit the like button, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe, and until next time, have a hot rod-tastic day.